The astronauts landed near the Shackleton crater, a region rich in lunar resources. The lunar landscape, bathed in an eerie silver glow, seemed peaceful and desolate. The team went about their tasks, setting up equipment and donning their specialized spacesuits designed for lunar exploration. As the Earth disappeared beyond the horizon, the crew marveled at the beauty of the cosmos. However, an uneasiness lingered in the air, a feeling that would soon escalate into a nightmare. During one of their routine soil sampling procedures, the team noticed strange footprints in the moon, dust footprints that did not match the standardized patterns of their spacesuit boots. Commander Hayes scrutinized the prints, his heart pounding in his chest. Something was out there with them on the moon. As the astronauts exchanged nervous glances, a low growl echoed through the lunar landscape. The eerie silence that had enveloped them shattered into a symphony of fear. They activated their communication systems, a mixture of panic and disbelief in their voices. "Did anyone else hear that? What the hell is going on?" Commander Hayes ordered everyone back to the lunar module, their steps hastened by the ominous sounds that seemed to draw closer with each passing moment. The footprints, now more pronounced, led in the direction of the lunar module. Inside the safety of the module, the astronauts examined the prints and discussed their options. The unsettling feeling of being watched intensified as shadows moved beyond the small windows. Dr. Emily Carter, the team's biologist, examined the prints under the harsh light of the module's interior. Her face contorted in horror as she made a chilling realization. "These prints, they resemble a wolf's paw," she whispered. The astronauts exchanged alarmed glances, their minds struggling to comprehend the impossibility of a wolf being on the moon. Yet, the evidence was before them, casting a pall of terror over their mission. As the lunar night approached, the astronauts secured the module, their eyes scanning the lunar landscape through the windows. In the pitch-black expanse, only the distant stars offered a semblance of comfort. The low growls outside the module persisted, sending shivers down their spines. Hours passed in agonizing tension. Suddenly, a blood-curdling howl pierced the silence. The astronauts clutched their helmets, their eyes wide with terror. The lunar module trembled as an unseen force collided with its exterior. Commander Hayes, determined to confront the unknown threat, suited up and stepped outside into the moon's unforgiving atmosphere. Armed with a laser cutter and a sense of dread, he cautiously ventured into the lunar night. The wolf-like creature emerged from the shadows, its eyes glowing an unnatural shade of red. Towering on its hind legs, it revealed a form that defied the laws of nature, a werewolf on the moon. The creature lunged at Commander Hayes, its claws slashing through the lunar dust. Hayes retaliated with the laser cutter, the beam casting an eerie glow on the lunar surface. The struggle between man and monster unfolded in the desolate expanse, the vacuum of space muting their desperate cries. Back inside the module, the remaining astronauts monitored the harrowing scene through external cameras. The lunar base's communication system crackled to life with Commander Hayes' strained voice. "It's not just one. There are more of them. They're intelligent. Hunting us." As the night wore on, the lunar module became a fortress against the lunar werewolves. The astronauts, armed with improvised weapons, fought a desperate battle for survival. The metallic clang of spacesuit against fur echoed through the module's narrow corridors. Dr. Carter, seeking answers, delved into the base's archives. She discovered old lunar exploration logs that hinted at a forgotten experiment, a secret project involving gene manipulation to create lunar-adapted organisms. The experiment had gone awry, resulting in the creation of the lunar werewolves. The astronauts were unwittingly thrust into a lunar nightmare, a consequence of humanity's unchecked scientific ambitions. As the lunar dawn approached, the crew realized that escape was their only hope. They formulated a plan to reach the spacecraft, parked a distance away, and return to Earth before the lunar werewolves could unleash their terror on humanity. However, the creatures, cunning and relentless, anticipated the astronauts' every move. The lunar landscape became a battleground, the struggle for survival leaving scars on the once pristine surface. The astronauts, plagued by exhaustion and fear, pressed forward against the lunar werewolves, each step bringing them closer to salvation or doom. In the final showdown, Commander Hayes faced the alpha werewolf, a massive creature with intelligence gleaming in its bloodshot eyes. The lunar dust swirled around them as the two adversaries locked in a deadly dance. With a surge of determination, Hayes activated the remaining fuel in his spacesuit, creating a blinding burst of light that momentarily blinded the werewolf. Seizing the opportunity, the astronauts sprinted toward the spacecraft, their breathless footsteps echoing through the vastness of the moon. The lunar werewolves, temporarily disoriented, regrouped with a vengeance, closing in on the fleeing astronauts. With seconds to spare, the crew boarded the spacecraft, sealing the airlock behind them. The lunar werewolves, thwarted in their pursuit, unleashed anguished howls that resonated through the lunar landscape. As the spacecraft hurtled away from the moon, the astronauts watched in horror as the lunar werewolves, now mere specks on the lunar surface, faded into the distance. The crew, battered and traumatized, pondered the implications of their nightmarish encounter. The lunar werewolves, remnants of a clandestine experiment, remained on the moon, a chilling reminder of humanity's propensity for tampering with forces beyond its control. The crew, scarred by the horrors they witnessed, returned to Earth with a tale that transcended the boundaries of science and horror. The werewolves of the moon, their existence unknown to the world, waited in the shadows, a lunar secret destined to haunt the dreams of those who dared to explore the cosmos.